The water that flows in rivers grows the food and fiber we need to survive. It supplies our drinking water. Communities and corporations thrive because of our rivers. For millennia, rivers have replenished fertile floodplains and provided people a source of transportation as well as power. These waters do more than support life, though. They provide a multitude of benefits that enhance our lives. Rivers are a source of beauty and solace for us, providing or enhancing recreational opportunities like swimming, fishing, paddling, camping, hiking, and biking. In a broader sense, rivers support entire landscapes, the forests, grasslands, savannas, and deserts through which they flow. And when they are changed or degraded, so too is the vast array of wildlife they support. Fish that swim and spawn in our rivers, birds and ducks that use rivers like highways as they migrate each year, and fish, shrimp, oysters, and crabs that thrive on the health of our estuaries and the rivers that support them. Unfortunately, many of our rivers remain out of balance. While dams deliver benefits to society, artificially stabilizing water levels throughout the year profoundly impacts the natural seasonal patterns of a river's high and low flows that orchestrate plant and animal life cycles and drive important ecological processes that help keep water clean. Through the Sustainable Rivers Project, the Nature Conservancy and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers are using science to guide changes in dam operations to mimic more natural patterns of river flow and restore critical ecological processes.
It's designed to ensure that we continue to have, well into the future, protection from flooding, that we continue to have clean, reliable supplies of water and energy from hydropower. But at the same time, it recognizes that there's been damage done to these river systems because of the dams. And by restoring the health of our rivers, we really restore the health of our communities and the long-term sustainability of what those rivers can provide, not just for us, but for our children and our grandchildren. The concentration of work right now under the Sustainable Rivers Project is on 8 demonstration sites where they're really laboratories for innovation in water management practices. And it's these 8 demonstration sites that are really giving us the understanding and the knowledge about new and innovative ways to manage water that meet the needs of people and healthy ecosystems that are going to allow us to take that experience and work with the Corps to expand it everywhere they own and operate dams. And in the United States, that's more than 600 dams across the country, impacting an estimated 50,000 miles of the nation's rivers.
At Kentucky's Green River, the Sustainable Rivers Project has benefited people and nature.
I think people should care about mussels because they serve a very important role as our natural biological filter feeders in the rivers and streams. Imagine an area the size of a football field in the Green River. That area may have as many as 50,000 of these little mussels that are anywhere from the size of a quarter up to the size of a dinner plate, pumping the water constantly every day, cleaning the water for us to be able to remove all those things out of the water that could potentially harm us. So the more natural we can make this river the way it was prior to the dams being in, then we're seeing the result of that now in lots of juvenile mussels being found in these rivers. And especially since in the last 10 years when these actions have taken place.
The Corps of Engineers recently completed a study of the economic impacts of the Sustainable Rivers Project at the Green River. That study found that the changes in dam operations designed to restore the health and productivity of the downstream river also maintain higher reservoir levels longer into the fall, thereby increasing revenues for marinas and other businesses that support recreational boating and fishing. Similar benefits were found in downstream recreation, such as canoe operators, who are able to keep their businesses open longer each year.
We've seen a big difference in the quality of water that we've been able to pull from the Green River since the Nature Conservancy's coordination and work with the Corps of Engineers on how the water is let out from the dam. We don't have near the turbidity issues and things of that nature that we did before. That saves us money.
On the Bill Williams River, which flows into the mighty Colorado along Arizona's western border, changes made to dam releases are reviving a once dying forest. Today, the plant communities supported by the river at the Bill Williams River National Wildlife Refuge represent the largest and healthiest remnant of native forest habitat along the lower Colorado River and its tributaries. This forest today supports more than 350 species of birds, supports large game species, enhances water quality and recreation, all of which in turn attracts anglers and bird watchers and helps boost the local economy.
After 40 years with the Fish and Wildlife Service, this is just one of my favorite spots. I had the luxury of being here 30 years ago when the habitat that you see today was almost non-existent. And to see the dramatic changes just from a simple issue of timing the water management out of a reservoir upstream is just dramatic.
What we learn on the Bill Williams has a strong potential for affecting the management of other dam-controlled systems throughout the Southwest and other parts of the world.